that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. 75 yards, the distance remaining here for his second to this par 4. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. And now down to a man who knows a little bit about this golf course, Nota Begay, with a look here at the birdie putt.
And players have a option to take less break by increasing the speed here.
Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he moves to 28 under par. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
And this is looking really good. Well, how about this chance for a dream start? Maybe birdie right out of the gates. Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And he'll get that score to minus 29. So par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Booyah.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Definitely within range of getting home in 2. This, his second. But that one had to feel good.
Struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That stings when that's for eagle. A really good effort, but it somehow stays out. Yeah, no sweat. It is a birdie here at the third. And he's going to move to 30 under par. Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee and you say, ooh, look at
This is one. Yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, that the elevation change from tee to green is quite dramatic. Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little, at least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
One day.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Now Nota, this for birdie.
And all things considered, he's in a pretty good spot. It might move gently to his right as it works back up the slope.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the 3rd bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Well, today's hole location is cut front right, so this drive down the left side couldn't be any better.
93 yards is the number as he sets for his second. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain 30 under par. Frank, the 6th here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. It's a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with a second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. A 9-footer now for his birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that score continues to impress. He is now at 31 under par. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie. I dare say a touch too aggressive, trying to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. It is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And that's going to move him to, you ready for this, 32 under. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
That one safely on the putting surface. Now this for another birdie. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And he's going to move to 33 under par. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5, interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one you have to be a little bit careful though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. This one's looking good. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at Banff Springs. And Frank, you better be ready on this 10th tee. This requires a good shot.
Even though the hole looks like it bends towards the right, the best access to this hole is actually a little draw off that tee. That's the direction of the green, so a nice high draw in here.
That's a quality shot right there, just left of the hole, and a birdie opportunity coming up. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he is just unstoppable right now. On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. So after a big drive, 77 yards now for his second. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Chance now for another birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he just continues to impress, moving to 37 under par. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But you know, anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he'll gain another one and move to 38 under par. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Okay, safely aboard. 10-foot putt left. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he's going to move to an incredible 39 under for the tournament. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Now this for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back.
Good evening, viewer. You're all doing fine.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
Gonna work this up that left-hand side.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So he'll come at it from the left side of the fairway as he gets set now for his second shot.
Go.
Oh, is that any good? Perfect.
That was tracking pretty well, too. That could have gone in for the same price.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Second shot coming up, just 97 yards left to the flagstick.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and well, far from the best shot I've seen today.
Yeah.
That one just going to sneak on by.
Oh, that helped. Fuck everything up.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain well under par. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your eye. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. And that ball going to land in the bunker, but fortunately it doesn't appear to have plugged. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Chance now for another birdie. Yes, the speed spot on. It's a late birdie here at 17. And that score moves to, get this, 40 under par.
40.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things: the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Frank, this is a shot any player would love to have. Trying to finish off a round, par 5 18th. What are we looking at?
Well, half the job's done with that tee shot, which was just tremendous, Rich. Now, you know, it really is a big opportunity. If you can just sort of flush that second shot, this is a big green. I mean, good chance coming up ahead here for an eagle, at least a birdie.
Get it.
4 feet now for birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. So a bit of a letdown here at 18, but it is a par, and that's all that was needed. This will be a round of 58. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far.
Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. We're all good.
EA Sports And the PGA Tour, so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Banff Springs Golf Course, we present live final round coverage of the Alberta Open. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. A very makeable 8-footer for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1, and he is just unstoppable right now. So, Frank, a par 4 to open, and we back it up with a relatively short par 3.
This green's surrounded by 6 bunkers. Green also shaped slightly towards the player's left, so just keep your eye on that depending on where the flag is.
How about this? Chance for a dream start. Maybe birdie right out of the gates. From about 8 feet. Now, missed it left. That's a letdown. That finished off for par here with the second. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the 3rd hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. And just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee. Let it carry as far as possible.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5.
Hello.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You advance the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmail. That is a big mistake.
Boom.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And to no one's surprise, he's going to move even further under par. Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
Yeah, Devil's Cauldron, just get to the front of the tee there, get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. Of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green, just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at them, not swim in them. Certainly not fish golf balls out. Okay, center of the green. Good shot. Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4. And he will definitely not say no to that. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Pin cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. Will certainly help the cause. Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand iron, whether it was out of the first cut or rough or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand iron, yeah.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second.
Yeah.
15 feet away. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid bad luck.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. That worked out really well. Going to be just short. Gets that little bump onto the green. And now maybe a huge bump on the scorecard, Frank, if this putt goes down for an eagle.
Well worked out second shot, Rich. You could not fly that ball on the green and expect it to finish up in that front third.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Rich, this is not a complicated putt. We're going up a little slope, so pace essential.
Nope. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain well under par. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favour the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
The rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. This one has a chance to be close.
Not close enough.
Oh, what a good shot that is. Home in two on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank? That may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. That'll finish off a 29 on this front side. 7 shots under par. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at Banff Springs. And Frank, you better be ready on this 10th tee. This requires a good shot.
Even though the hole looks like it bends towards the right, the best access to this hole is actually a little draw off that tee. That's the direction of the green, so a nice high draw in here.
Yeah, good shot right there into this par 3 and a chance for a birdie to start this backside. He has a 12-footer here. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And stop the press as if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down. Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb, and this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office. In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. And this is turning into an absolute runaway at the top of the leaderboard. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now.
13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Okay, no problem with that one.
Okay.
Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, would be the go.
Terrible.
And that not going to work out as intended. It'll wind up coming to rest just off the green.
Just 5 feet left.
Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand.
Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
So simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Walking the course today, let's bring in M.A.D the third.
He's got just a hair under 100 yards to the front, 109 to the hole. Would not surprise me a bit if he were to stick this one close.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Oh, yes, a perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shouting.
Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short on into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish.
Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control, as that's in the fairway here at 17. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second to this par 4.
Really, you have to credit the tee shot because that was huge. Great position, but the touch, every bit as good. Beautiful shot.
Nicely done. A birdie finished off here at 17. And he will definitely not say no to that.
Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass.
Frank, this is one of my favorite shots in all of golf. Second to a par 5 finishing hole. We know we have a chance to see some fireworks.
Yeah, that drive has certainly cut this hole down to size. And second shot just a little bit uphill, but you can see this is just green light. Massive entry into the front of this green.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Ooh.
Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories, that's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right. It looked like we're